Diego Loyal, Wednesday at 7 on Your View.
This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
All right, great friends. It is a Monday afternoon here on Kaplan and Crew. We are coming to you from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com, along with Grande and the Brown Man. We are broadcasting on the airwaves of ESPN 1090 on traditional AM terrestrial radio. Also, right now, we are streaming on YouTube. So if you want to see the show, if you want to come hang out with us, you want to get involved in the YouTube chat, come to our YouTube channel, Kaplan and Crew. You can find us on all the different audio podcast platforms. And tonight, between 7 and 8 p.m., we will be on Channel 4 San Diego, part of the Cox Your View network. But I have a feeling, fellas, going to be awfully tough for us tonight to get a lot of people watching tonight's TV show, because you're going to have the national championship game of college basketball between North Carolina and Kansas. So here's what I would say to everybody. Set your DVR. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine said that to me this weekend. He said, I don't watch the TV show every single night, but I do have it set on my DVR every single day. And my wife said to me, why do you record this every day? And his answer was, I'm not sure, but I would say Scott probably gets credit, even though we're not watching it, but we are DVRing it. So do it, man. DVR the show on television. All right, guys. National championship game tonight between Kansas and North Carolina. Big storyline nationally, but let's bring it home. Let's focus in on big storyline locally. Guys, the Padres make a trade this weekend. And what I'm finding interesting about this is 2 weeks ago, we were saying they don't have enough of this and they don't have enough of that. They don't have enough depth in the outfield. They may have question marks in the starting pitching, at least down at the 4-5 range. Well, I got to say one thing about AJ Preller and Browner, just so you know, I'm not getting excited. Just so you know,
I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
I'm not, Browner, I'm not getting excited.
I'm watching you.
I'm just simply making observations. That's all. No excitement. Season hasn't even started yet. And remember, no excitement until after the All-Star game. None. Zero.
Because my GM putting in work right now. I don't hear y'all talking now.
But I give credit where credit is due. Okay. I don't know that all this is going to work out, but I like what AJ Preller is doing. He's gone out and he's gotten a DH from the Yankees. He's gone out and he's gotten himself an outfielder from the Dodgers. Now he's gone out and he's gotten himself a starting left-handed pitcher from the A's. So the manager is already familiar with the player. So if nothing else, the one thing I can say is that AJ Preller and the Padres are not exactly sitting around saying, we're coming back with practically the same team we had a year ago that imploded, and we think they're going to be really great this year. Well, why? What's better about the team? Oh, nothing. We just think that it can't be as bad as it was last year. No, the Padres, to their credit, are adding pieces to their puzzle. Grande, you want to fill us in on the details, and then we'll jump in on it.
Yeah, sure. We'll talk about what he actually did do, because he also didn't do another move that was very much reported so this weekend. He added Sean Manaea, who some of you might remember because he had a perfect game through 6 or 7 innings last year against the Padres while he was a member of the Oakland Athletics. So Sean Manaea, left-handed pitcher. These are his stats from last year. In parentheses, if you're watching, you will see what his rank would have been if he was a Padre last year. So he's a very valuable pitcher that the team just added. He started all 32 games. He went 11-10. The A's were not very good. His ERA was 3.91, 194 strikeouts to only 41 walks, and 2 complete game shutouts last year.
All right, so hold that stat on there. Hold that graphic up on the page for a second, because I know that a lot of people who are listening on radio won't see this. But here's the thing. If this guy, and you say his name is pronounced Manaea.
Yeah.
If he was the starter, if he was with the Padres last year, his 32 games started, he would be the first. He'd be number 1 overall in the Padres.
Musgrove got 31.
Okay. His record at 11-10, believe it or not, he would have had the best record on the Padres last year as a starting pitcher.
Musgrove had 11 wins as well.
His ERA at 3.91 would have been second. His 194 strikeouts would have been third. So my point is that
the decimal's in the wrong spot there. It's a 391.
Let me see it again. I didn't see. Did I miss it completely?
Yeah.
Was I not paying attention?
It was my bad.
No. His .391.
That would have been a dope ass ERA.
That's a pitcher right there.
That's a real pitcher right there.
I think here's the thing we could say though. If this pitcher Manaea was on the Padres last year with Blake Snell and Joe Musgrove and Chris Paddock and Ryan Weathers and Yu Darvish, and if he would have been there last year, he'd have been the Padres' #1 guy. I mean, just statistically speaking.
At some point,
healthy.
He would have been healthy.
Yes, yes, because he would have been healthy. He would have been the best pitcher. Or judging by these numbers, because I don't want people to get overly elevated by this. Imagine having 2 Joe Musgroves, because that's basically what this guy is.
A lefty Joe Musgrove.
Right. So now instead of having 1, you got 2. You got a guy who can give you 7 innings, who will take the hump every day, every time in his rotation. Guy who can eat innings, because that's what you need, because that's what they ran out of. And so you're not getting another Yu Darvish. You're not getting another Blake Snell. You're getting another Joe Musgrove, who had good outings, who gave you a chance to win most of the time when he took the mound. That's what this guy's going to do.
Yeah. Also, though, this was reported earlier today. Well, not reported. Bob Melvin said it. Manaea will start the second game of the season. He's going to go Yu Darvish, Manaea, and Joe Musgrove his first 3 games. A little bit of that was because they want Musgrove to start the home opener. So if all goes to plan, Musgrove will start the home opener.
Yep.
So Manaea will be pitching the second game of the season for the Padres.
Well, I think he deserves it. When I say deserves it, I'm talking about Musgrove. I think Musgrove deserves the opportunity to pitch in his hometown. He's the only guy who's ever had a no-hitter. We know the story. You know, the other thing about Musgrove is, and I don't know if everybody realizes this or not, but Joe Musgrove, because he's a hometown San Diego kid, he's done a great job of like reinserting himself into the community. You know, it's one thing if you're Joe Musgrove and you pitch for the Pittsburgh Pirates, but you're from San Diego and maybe you've got like an organization or a charity or a golf tournament or something. Right. But he has gone all in. And, you know, you guys know I've been involved with the Challenge Athletes Foundation for many, many years. And Joe Musgrove has become very involved with the Challenge Athletes Foundation. So I love the fact that Musgrove gets this honor of pitching the home opener for the Padres, which is, what's the date on that, Alex?
The 14th, I believe. I'll double check. I think it's the 14th.
So this is all creeping up on me super quickly, though, because
Thursday is opening day. It's not the home opening day, but it's opening day.
What I also want to caution people with.
Yeah, why is that? Why are you cautioning everybody? Are you cautioning me and Alex because you don't want us to get too hyped?
I ain't worried about y'all. I ain't worried about y'all.
Because you know
y'all can't.
What is there to get hyped about?
Yeah,
y'all can't get hyped.
You know, we're not getting hyped until after the All-Star break.
What I want to caution people with is, because you don't see Blake Snell at the top of this, don't think he won't be, because I believe he will. The opening day starter, 2, 3, in baseball, and particularly the way we go, we meaning the Padres, Yu Darvish isn't going to make all his starts on schedule. Neither is Blake Snell. And if the Nelson Lamet finds his way into the rotation, neither will he. Mike Clevenger, neither will he.
He's already hurt, so
right. Let's start there. Because Browner, you're making an interesting point. Alex, could you put up on the screen the where we stand though as we're getting ready to head towards the opener? Browner, here's your man, Ryan Weathers, best pitcher on the Padres.
Don't like it.
Down in AAA.
Don't like it.
What don't you like about it?
I don't think he should have been put in AAA. I think he should at least come out of the bullpen, because again, you're gonna need arms to start the season. You're gonna need arms, and to have him down there. If Ryan Weathers is pitching in AAA, in my opinion, he's wasting pitches. He's proved to you what he can do at the big league level. Now, it didn't blow your socks off, but again, you need arms to come in and alleviate, to fill in, and he can do that. So you're going to call him up every time you want him to do a spot start? Like, the guy's wasting his arm down there.
Dude, like, how bad is your memory?
I just said he didn't blow nobody's socks off. I'm not saying that he was Nolan Ryan.
Okay, just wanted to.
But he's also
every
still
time
a really
he
young
pitched,
kid, you know,
from August, September, and like July, the Padres lost every game that he appeared in.
We now have we got a different pitching coach. We got a different manager. And I think all this will help our pitching staff. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
Alex just rolled his eyes right at you.
Dude, because I think...
You don't think coaching makes a difference?
No, I've said in baseball, I think it makes the least amount of difference.
No, I think
I've said that many times last year because you guys were like trying to blame James Tingler for everything, and I was like it's such an individual game. You can have a game plan, but it's not like football or basketball. You can like drop a play. Like if you swing and miss, you swing and miss. Like that's not Jace Tingler's fault.
no, as a pitcher, when I'm talking about pitching, we're talking about pitching. Ryan Weathers.
Right.
And speaking of pitching, in terms of pitching, a pitching coach can absolutely get you right.
I mean,
Absolutely.
in theory,
You're saying,
in theory,
are you
sure.
talking about mechanically, or are you talking
Mechanically, psychologically.
Well,
he needs all the help he can get.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it was
I
mechanics
don't have a problem
or if it
with
was
him.
strategy, or I'm not sure what
I don't
his
have.
deal was.
I think that him. I think there's going to be. There's just a fluctuate. It's early in the season. It's nothing
They're
to
gonna trade
panic
Chris
about.
Paddock, so I don't even bring him up.
I'm not bringing. That's why I
Who?
wasn't going to bring him up. But I'm
Chris
saying like
Paddock.
Gore, even if he does start in the major league level, would I be surprised if Gore goes to the AAA for a while? No. Like it's just like these guys are so young, and they are obviously working on a bunch of stuff. He just needs to get consistent, successful innings. It's not just about innings, Browner. Like, what's it matter if he's up in the big league level pitching 3 innings and giving up 8 runs? Like, that's not helping anybody. It's not helping him. And that's what he was doing.
I believe that won't. Yeah, last year when we had them bums giving him bad advice. Now we got Bob Melvin in here. Okay, we got a new pitching coach, new vibe, new energy.
Just for a reference standpoint, this was when he was still a starter before they booted him to the
Nerd
bullpen.
alert. Here you go, nerd alert.
Here you go. This is his August. This is his August outings.
See,
3 innings pitched,
necessary.
6 earned runs. 4 innings pitched, 6 earned runs.
Why you
4
gotta
innings
do
pitched,
this?
5 earned runs.
We've been
2
over
innings pitched, 3 earned runs.
Oh, we've been over this.
3 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. How many home runs in the month of August did you give up? 8. Yeah.
Why you had to do all that?
Why can't you just accept the fact that the Padres have said, look, he's a young kid. We rushed him up to the major leagues.
Mm-hmm.
Things didn't go well in his sophomore season.
Right.
22.
Let's try and build up his confidence at the AAA level, because we're going to need him. Because here's the other thing. When you
This
go
is a
back,
kid that got like pumped up to everybody because he made his big league debut in the playoffs
And
he
balled
looked
out.
decent against in 1
Balled
inning.
out.
He looked good. And then we're like, oh, let's put him on the big league
Rake.
staff. And as soon as there was tape on him because of coaching, people started raking on him.
Oh, now you care about coaching?
Well, I'm using your own argument against you. When there
Yeah,
was tape
now
on
proxy
Ryan
using
Weathers
against
and
yourself.
people saw him, once people saw Ryan Weathers live and then there was tape on him, he looked like he should have been in Double-A.
I'm not even going to justify that with a remark.
all right, well, here's the thing. They're going to need him in all likelihood at some point, because if you go back to the graphic that you put on the screen, Alex, here's the injury situation. Weathers was optioned down to AAA, which when I say injuries, that's some news, transactional stuff. Drew Pomerantz placed on the 60-day IL. What's his problem?
Good luck.
Anybody know?
Nope.
Okay. And Clevenger, this is the one that this is going to all year long is going to drive everybody crazy. Mostly because Padre fans feel like getting Mike Clevenger back was like a really, really big deal and a big addition to the pitching staff. But the guy's coming off his 2nd Tommy John surgery. So already he's expected to start on the IL. Now,
But not because of his arm.
okay, what is the reason?
I think it's like a sore knee or legs. His legs aren't under him yet, basically.
Wear
So
and
they
tear,
wanna-
baby. Wear and
They
tear.
want to
We
like
all
just
right,
bring
you
him.
know?
I think the Padres self-admittedly yesterday, Bob Mel was like, maybe we were trying to rush it a little too much. We're just going to give him some time
There
to
you
get his
go.
legs under him.
Well,
Let's
and
get
now
under him, man.
and now
Let's
they
see
go
legs.
get a starting pitcher
Mhm.
from the A's. That's where we started this conversation. A guy who Bob Melvin knows well. Guy who 32 starts last year.
Listen, I'm ready to tell y'all right now.
Go ahead.
R5 better than anybody else who got 5. Get y'all, whoever it is, y'all go get y'all 5. We got better 5.
I think the Padres are relying on that being true.
We got
I
the
think
best
that-
5.
I think that if I think the organization probably believes that they're top 3. I don't know if they're
Ain't no
number
3.
one.
Ain't no 3. Ain't no 3. 1.
Really, this is the best 5 pitchers. Wait, let me just make sure I got this right. Yu Darvish, Blake Snell,
Mm-hmm.
Joe Musgrove,
Mm-hmm.
the new guy Manaea,
Mm-hmm.
and then are you putting Clevenger?
Yes.
And that those 5 starters, according to the Brown Facts,
Mm-hmm.
are the best 5 starting pitchers. That's the best 5 in baseball.
Yes.
If you get Tampa Bay Blake Snell, if you get pre-injury Mike Clevenger, if you get last year's Joe Musgrove, if you get Manaea last year, and you get a healthy Yu Darvish, I could see that. That's a lot of ifs.
Give me a better one.
No,
Well,
I
how about
can't.
you? No, burden of proof on the
No,
guy who makes
no,
yeah, no. Burden of proof
Yeah,
on the guy who makes the
name.
statement.
You guys,
You
How about
tell
this,
us.
that's
You
crazy.
tell
Browner?
us.
How
Who's
about
second,
this,
third, and fourth?
Browner?
How about
Name
that?
a
Oh
pitcher.
my God.
Name up a pitcher outside the Dodgers. Go for it.
Who is what's his face? He
Oh
played for
yeah,
the Angels.
the guy. He's
Ophony.
oh yeah,
Oh
right.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, show me Ophony.
Okay, I
Ding.
will. I will show
Survey
you Ophony.
says a ding.
I'll show you Ophony because
The survey says a ding. He right.
Major League Baseball Network came out with their top 10 players in all of baseball.
What is this rating? Who are these people?
They're the people who work for the Major League Baseball Network. They're the people who concentrate on baseball every
Can
day.
they name more than one starter now for the Dodgers?
Well, they can probably name 3, would be my guess. Ohtani, number 1 ranked player in all of Major League Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Trout, coming off the injury, ranked number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Fernando, hello, darling. Fernando Tatis, number 3.
Should be higher, but okay.
What do you mean higher? Where's he going to go?
Better than Mike Trout.
Well, not career for career.
Well, not yet, because he hadn't had enough exposure to the
Right.
people. He's
And
better
he's-
than Mike Trout, though.
Well, he's so hurt, We'll see.
It's true. So it's Trout.
Well, he was last year.
It's a fish swimming the wrong way.
Juan Soto 4, Bryce Harper 5, Mookie Betts 6, Jacob deGrom 7, Vladimir Jr., Vladdy Daddy, I rock the body, Vladdy Dottie, I rock the body. Okay, and then Freddie Freeman and Ronald Acuna Jr. There you go. There's your top 10 in all of baseball. Shohei.
Yeah, that's
Nobody in America calls him Ophony except one guy.
That's all right. It'll catch on. Watch. Wait till he choke again this year.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's such a novelty. He can pitch and he can hit. Yeah, in last place. Everybody can do stuff with no pressure on him.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean?
Just like Tatis can hit 42 home runs on a last place club.
My dog got hurt. What you mean? What you mean?
We talk about what
Bozo
AJ
leading us last
Preller
year.
didn't do this weekend
Yeah.
because I don't know how
There we
much
go.
you guys are paying attention to
This negative
Twitter.
energy. This negative energy. Don't bring that negative energy in the Padres' house.
No, I was actually not going to talk trash about Preller at all because I was commending what he was trying to do,
Thank you.
which was to
Thank
get
you.
rid of Hosmer, get rid of Paddock, and get rid of Pagan all in one fell swoop. Yeah, it's going to
We was
cost you.
close.
It's going to cost you $25 million, but still, like I think a lot of at least Twitter was like, we're going to get rid of all 3 of those guys in one move, even though the guy coming back sucked last year. Oh well, let's do it.
Who's the guy coming back?
I had no idea who the hell Dom Smith was. I had to Google him, but I guess he got
Dominic Smith.
He got 13 MVP votes during the shortened season, which I take zero credence into because it's 2 months and every baseball player can be hot for 2 months. But they were reportedly going to pay, I believe, $25 million of Eric Hosmer's contract and trade Hosmer, Paddock, Pagan for Dom Smith.
To where?
It was close.
To where?
To the Mets.
To the Mets.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know Dom Smith.
Right. I mean, no one does. And it was close, but the Mets at the end of it were like, yeah, we're not going to take that contract.
They're like Pagan's good if you want to just give up
do it.
home runs. If you just want to, pitch
batting practice pitcher,
right?
And I was like, I was curious to see what New Yorkers how they would spin it. Right. I wanted to see positive minds think about Chris Paddock. And it was hard to come across, man. It was hard to come across people that were excited about the idea of Chris Paddock. There was like, oh, he's got high upside and he's got great stuff. And I was like, you guys clearly don't watch. I mean, I don't watch Mets baseball. You guys clearly don't watch Padres baseball.
I mean, with Jacob deGrom hurt, they're going to have to do something as far as arms go. And I think that probably had more to do with them even entertaining the deal this long as much as they did. I don't think they ever really wanted to do that. They just were looking around, kicking the tires on things. And this is what was thrown out to them because we got to get rid of Eric Hosmer.
Can you just imagine Eric Hosmer's fall from World Series champion, beloved in Kansas City?
He can go back.
Just like everybody loved the guy. Remember we had Kevin Keesman on. He's like, everyone's gonna love Eric Hosmer.
He's a true leader. True leader.
Right. Everyone's gonna love. And now, dude,
everybody hates him.
You have almost been traded like 10 times.
Yeah.
Nobody wants you.
Nobody wants you.
Oh,
Nobody wants that contract.
Right.
Like, I don't. Your own like now. How many times has he almost been traded? Now he's got to come back. Like he didn't even go to he didn't go to Peoria until it was reported that, hey, you're not getting traded. And then he showed up, and then Paddock showed up. And dude,
I know
baseball's a mental game. A lot of it. He's gonna be awful.
Play better. Play
He's
better.
gonna be awful this year, right? Like, how do you just deal with that?
All right, let me do this. Before we hit this first break. Hey, Browner, I'm curious. Did you ride your Ride One Up e-bike this weekend?
Oh, that weather was too ugly out there for me, baby. I couldn't get in the green lanes this weekend.
I can appreciate where you're coming from. I was downtown this weekend. Downtown was packed. Listen, there was a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, there was this Boots in the Park festival.
Wine fest.
There was there was a wine thing going on in Spanish Landing. There was like some kind of a triathlon looking thing going on. There was
Did
a
you
lot
hop off
going
the
on.
boat and do the triathlon?
I did not. I wish I would have.
Oh.
But here's what I'll say. If you want to get around, especially if you live in a high-rise building in downtown, get an e-bike. RideOneUp.co/great friends. RideOneUp.co/great friends. When you buy the e-bike on the website, and if you have the mechanical skills to assemble a couple of things, great. If not, they'll send a mechanic your way. Use our promo code GREATFRIENDS. You'll save an additional $75. I saw this weekend, I got an email. We sold 3 e-bikes on our website, rideoneup.co/great friends. And like for me, I was stoked about that because I'm telling people these are the best quality bikes at like half the price. You got great battery life. You got awesome braking systems. They're super comfortable. You can transport another person on the back. You can bring home groceries. You're going to love riding an e-bike, doing 28 miles an hour down the street safely. RideOneUp.co/great friends. RideOneUp.co/great friends. We got a lot more we're going to get to, including this Lakers season finally coming to an end. We'll get there. Stick around.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
Rugby. It's America's fastest growing sport and the predecessor of American football, combining football's physicality, the free-flowing grace of soccer, the ball-handling skills of basketball, and the intensity of ice hockey. No pads, no helmets, all action. Rugby Wrap-Up and Major League Rugby every Thursday night at 9 p.m. on Your View.
Victor Howell here, host for the NCAA Tournament Special Dance to the Dome. Each week during the tournament, we'll assemble a panel of regional experts that follow your local teams all the way to the Final Four at the Dome. Highlights, predictions, interviews, and more as we dance to the Dome on Your View.
Brought to you by Kearney Mesa Chevrolet. We're San Diego proud. Minutes from anywhere on Balboa Avenue.
Main streets are the heart of our communities, where we connect with our neighbors, support local businesses, and share new adventures. Main Street Living celebrates all of this, bringing you uplifting stories with guests from across the country and your community. Main Street Living covers what's important to you today, from our street to your street. Join Cheryl, Danielle, and Quincy for Main Street Living, Mondays at 9 on Your View.
So I became a dentist because I just love science and I love art. I have a music background, so I wanted to do something that I can use the hand dexterity that I've developed, through my musical training. We've had a practice in San Diego for 25 years. It's called the Super Dentist. For over 2 decades, I've had parents ask me the same questions on a daily basis. And so I decided to put all of this information in one place. I wrote a book. Title of it is If Your Mouth Could Talk. Because if your mouth could talk, it would tell you about the condition of your entire life. Right now, the oral care marketplace is a mess. And so we decided to launch a new company called Supermouth, which is a subscription model of oral care. And so we want to be proactively educating parents, providing the tools and the oral care products to make sure they can raise healthier, happier, more successful kids. The education piece is a key piece in our company, because if you're educated as a parent, you're going to do the right things. People can find my book, If Your Mouth Could Talk, themouthbook.com, and purchase the book there, and also get some special gifts to go along with the book.
You always want to live in the best home possible. And that's what really at the heart of what our business is all about. And for over 20 years now, we've been focused on helping people get to the right property. At Move Up San Diego, we have created systems that are duplicatable because that creates the same results. Whether it's a trade-in option that we're doing a lot of right now, which allows people to be a cash buyer before they actually sell their home, or our moving concierge program, which actually helps you not just with the buying and selling of a property, but we help with the entire move. The best way to get a hold of Move Up San Diego is to either visit our website, moveupsandiego.com, or you can download our app called Move Up Homes, or you can call me direct on my cell phone at 858-204-7259.
Listen to the Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the Mightier1090.com.
Rugby. It's America's fastest growing sport and the predecessor of American football, combining football's physicality, the free-flowing grace of soccer, the ball-handling skills of basketball, and the intensity of ice hockey. No pads, no helmets, all action. Rugby Wrap-Up and Major League Rugby every Thursday night at 9 p.m. on YourView.
The 2022 San Diego Loyal season is here. Live on YourView and YourView.com. Watch the San Diego Loyal take on the Oakland Roots SC Wednesday, April 13th at 7 p.m. Support the San Diego Loyal as they make their bid for the 2022 USL Championship. Oakland Roots SC versus the San Diego Loyal, Wednesday at 7 on YourView.
Victor Howell here, host for the NCAA Tournament Special Dance to the Dome. Each week during the tournament, we'll assemble a panel of regional experts that follow your local teams all the way to the Final Four at the Dome. Highlights, predictions, interviews, and more as we dance to the Dome on YourView.
Brought to you by AB Tax Law. Triumph over your serious tax problems with AB Tax Law. Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
The San Diego Loyal got the win against the El Paso Locomotive on Sunday, 3-2. Kyle Vassell, Tubi Moshebain, and Thomas Amang all found the net for goals in the win. Vassell got the scoring started in the 21st minute. El Paso responded in the 26th minute, evening it up. Moshebain scored in the 40th minute, while Amang scored in the 64th minute. El Paso applied the pressure, adding one more goal to bring it close in the 87th minute, but the Loyal were able to hold them off. The Loyal have the most goals scored in the USL this season with 10. This is the best start for San Diego in franchise history through 5 games. They remain undefeated at home at 3-0. Next up, the Loyal will take on Albion SC on Wednesday in its first US Open Cup match. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew tonight.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by YourView.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company, you need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
Replacing missing teeth with the new small diameter or mini implants. With us, we have an expert on the topic, Dr. Joe Gillespie. Dr. Gillespie.
Hey, Randy.
Welcome to the program.
Great to see you again.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company, you need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
Hey, great friends, what is up? Today is Monday. It's April 4th. It's 2022. This is Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man, and we come to you from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. I had a great weekend. I'm just going to say that right now. Like, before we get into anything else that's going on here, not that anybody really cares, but I saw a lot of you on social media this weekend at the same event that I was at. This was on Saturday afternoon. I was in downtown San Diego at a country music concert called Boots in the Park. Now, I'd never been to Boots in the Park because I'm not really into country music. And frankly, if I'm being honest, I didn't really love the music. And it's not like I hated the music. It just wasn't for me. I mean, it was boring, it's slow, you know. But I will say Blake Shelton comes on late in the evening and he rocked the house. Now, I didn't know any of his songs, but I could tell. I mean, he's a big time star. You can tell the way he carries himself on stage. The way the crowd was into it. His wife, Gwen Stefani, comes out on stage, which I thought was pretty cool.
This was yesterday?
This was Saturday.
Oh.
This was Saturday. I had a great weekend, though. I'll tell you guys, Friday night, you guys will appreciate this. Friday night, I had our boy John Pratty was in town. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Pratty's wife is pregnant. I mean, really pregnant. And so she was here for a baby shower, and he was here in town. So I visited with Pratty on Friday night, which was a lot of fun. Then Saturday morning, I cruised to downtown San Diego. Guys, I don't know what's going on in San Diego at 10:30 in the morning on Saturday morning. I am never in downtown at that time of day. I went to a brunch at a bar restaurant called, I think it's called Werewolf, but it's spelled W-E-R-E, Wolf. So I was like, is that werewolf or is that werewolf?
Werewolf?
Have you guys ever been to this place?
No. I have not. I don't even think I've heard of it.
Dude, downtown San Diego. I walk in, it's 10:30 in the morning. Dude, there's a DJ playing right at the front door. He's mixing stuff. I'm like, it's 10:30 in the morning.
It's probably because of Boots on the Ground, Boots in the Park, or whatever it's called.
Dude, I don't know, man. I was like, yo, are you guys like, is this like a normal thing? Saturday morning, 10:30 a.m. There's a DJ and people drinking and partying. And I looked around the crowd too. I was like, it's not a bunch of families with little kids. It's people drinking and partying and eating brunch.
Was it Saturday the Gaslamp?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Werewolf?
Yeah.
Werewolf. I don't know.
Dude, brunch culture in San Diego is real, man. Like,
Listen, that's the one.
I would say like half the restaurants in North Park are all for brunch.
That's the white woman pumpkin latte spice crowd.
Did you get a mimosa flight?
I don't know what the flight means, but I did have a mimosa.
A flight means
different kinds of
different kinds of mimosas.
No.
All the drinking you do, you don't know what a flight is?
Did you do bottomless mimosas?
I don't know. I don't really know.
How many did you have?
I had 2.
Oh, no, you didn't then.
Why is that?
Because if you have bottomless, you don't stop at 2.
Right.
Well, here's the situation.
You don't pay for bottomless if you're only going to get 2.
Yeah. So all I can tell you is this. It was one of these great weekends where at like Monday morning, I said to my girlfriend, I'm like, yo, this was like a staycation kind of weekend. Friday night, we visited with Pratty and his wife and his family, his mom. It was so nice and so wonderful to be with those guys. Saturday morning, I went down to downtown San Diego. 10:30, I walk into this bar called Werewolf, and a friend of mine was down from LA, and we ate and drank. We had a nice big breakfast and some mimosas, and then I took a Uber over to the Kona Kai and jumped on my friend's boat, and literally was on this boat all freaking day till like midnight. You know,
Coastal Elite.
Yeah, total Coastal Elite, total. And then Sunday, kind of was moving a little slow on Sunday morning, but then went out for a beautiful walk and walked up to Encinitas. You guys know the bar restaurant
Kitchen and Tap.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there because we decided we're going to go there.
Where'd you start walking at?
My house in Cardiff.
Oh, okay. I thought you spoke from your other house. I was thinking,
no.
Oh, you smoking? That's a long walk.
No, Cardiff to Encinitas, probably about 2 miles or so. And so we sit down, and then here comes the owner, Eric Lightstein, who I've known forever, and he's outside the place, and he's talking to us inside. It was just really nice. And then my 2 daughters came and joined us. So we had a beautiful, like, breakfasty, lunchy, sort of another mimosa thing going on Sunday. And then we just walked for hours. We just walked all afternoon till we finally got home. It was like 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. just walking all afternoon. And so it was just one of these great weekends where I wasn't going out of town. I didn't have anything to do. I didn't have places to be, or I just got to say, man, hope everybody had a great weekend, because I know I did. Here we are on Monday.
You were on a boat all day Saturday. Didn't the weather suck on Saturday?
The weather did suck. It was kind of like if you were on a boat in Seattle or if you were on a boat in San Francisco. Like, we did not have crystal clear, sunny, blue skies, 80 degrees, perfect temperatures. It was nasty and gray and cold.
And misting and drizzling.
But it was still fun. I mean, listen, there were a lot of people out. Like I said, downtown San Diego, I don't know what's going on, like you say, Alex, with the brunch culture. But 10:30 in the morning on a Saturday morning, place was packed. DJ was going off, and there was like a birthday at one of the tables. And Browner, you talked about table service earlier, where they bring out the fireworks and the sparklers. Dude, they were singing and going crazy with sparklers in the morning. I was like, yo, it's 11:15. What's everybody doing?
Listen, man, I give props to the people who work at those places, because they got to be upbeat and with energy at 8 a.m. So good for them. Earn that money. Tip them people well.
You guys want to know what I did this weekend?
Yeah, I do. As a matter of fact, I'm curious.
I had a little bachelor party action. So Saturday morning, these gentlemen are recreational gun enthusiasts, and we went out to Del Zura, which is like behind Hamul in the middle of nowhere, which is like an unincorporated area of San Diego, which is guarded by Border Patrol. There's a gun club up there, and there's a bunch of shooting ranges. Like, you can legally take your recreational guns and go up there and set up your own targets and shoot. And that was my first ever experience shooting real guns.
What kind of guns did you shoot?
From like little hand pistols to bigger rifles, all legal. It was that is no joke, man. Those things out there. That is some real power that you feel.
Have you never shot a gun in your life?
Not anything like that. I did shoot a little like a little weak rifle once, but no, never really. A bunch of BB guns and paintball guns, but never like real like those kinds. And I was like, yo, this is something, man. And we were out there and I hit some targets, dude. I was a natural recreational pistol,
a recreational natural sharpshooter.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That was a good time, dude. That was a good time. And
you liked it.
I did like it. I liked it a lot, actually. Just like having that, I don't know, shooting targets is always fun. I don't know. It was a good time.
Yeah. I haven't shot a gun in a long time. Last time I went shooting at a range, this was like 2 summers ago. I think I was visiting some friends in Utah, and a buddy of mine was like, dude, I'm bored out of my mind. Let's go to the shooting range. And he had this gun in it. Were there white people?
No. Was your friend a white person?
In Utah? What you think?
I'm just asking. I'm just trying to clarify, man. I'm trying to build a story in my mind, dog.
I mean, in Utah. I mean, what do you think, man? Put it this way.
Was you back up in Sun City?
No, that's Idaho.
Oh, my bad.
Sun Valley. But put it this way. This town was so white that this was pretty much the middle of COVID, and the schools were open and nobody was wearing masks. I mean, that's what was going on there. Yeah. So that'll build the story for you, Browner.
Got it.
So that's the last time I've shot on a range. And prior to that,
Pleasantville.
There's a range in like off of Balboa, over by, I'm trying to think, if you get off the 52 at Balboa
off Convoy somewhere.
Kind of. There is an indoor range over there. I've shot
an outdoor one over there too.
An outdoor range?
There's an outdoor range over. If you're going up the 15 and you take that left, like right near the military base, it's an outdoor range over there too.
Okay, don't know.
I was not at a range, by the way.
It sounds like you guys were just out.
We were out in the mountains, and it's just legal to shoot there. And we set up our own targets. These guys brought their own things.
Soda cans?
No, they got like real plates. They had like stands that they custom made, and we just put them, I don't know, 80 yards away or whatever, however far it was. And there was, there are not that many people out there, but there are people out there, and these people setting up their own stuff. It's a different world that I experienced out there.
Who wanted to do this for their? Was it the Bachelor who wanted? It was like, hey, for my bachelor party, let's go out into the middle of nowhere and shoot some guns.
Shoot some guns, yeah. But the Bachelor, it comes from a family of gun enthusiasts. Yeah, they and law enforcement officials.
Got it.
So yeah, they're very familiar with their guns, and they a lot.
Really, they broke out a lot of equipment, huh?
Well, we pulled that truck up, dude. Everybody brought their cases out and stuff. I was like, yo, dude,
Yeah,
all legally acquired, by the way.
Average gun owner owns more than one gun.
Dude, it was one of my cousins brought out. I was like, these are all yours? He's like, yeah. It's like, that is unnecessary. That is so unnecessary.
Have that many guns?
Yeah, and he's a cop. I get it, but I was like, damn, dude, like that is just unnecessary.
Can't take him on duty with you.
You can't take him. And I did shoot one of his work guns, which was a good time.
Dude, why don't you send all these guys over to Ukraine? Let them fight off these Russians. Like pack up their equipment and go.
Yeah, and one of the dudes was like very much like range instructor. He's like, hey, I'm gonna be a total dick right now, right? We're not messing around. We basically had like a safety course, and I was like, I really appreciate this because guns freak me out around people that I don't know. I didn't know most of the people there, and he was like, this is the way. So they would say like, range is hot, range is cold. Like they went like by the book, and I was like, I felt super safe, and nobody was just like waving them around, like none of that stuff. It was very professional. I was like, okay, never felt in danger. That was a good time.
That's cool. That's really cool. Browner, I know your weekend, at least the only part of your weekend that I really knew was when I got a picture from somebody, a friend of mine, who said, hey, I think I see Browner in the Saddle Bar in Solana Beach. And I said, well, Browner's going to stick out like a sore thumb at the Saddle Bar in Solana Beach. I said, so if it's a 6'7" African-American gentleman, you got a chance that it's Browner.
Shout out. Same thing happened in Monarch. It was just me. And the brothers who worked there. So I wasn't getting thrown out of there. I could tell you that much. They looked at me. We locked eyes. You good, brother. You can stand wherever you want. I was standing in a walkway. I was in the waitress's way. He made everybody else move. He was like, hey, yo, you can't stand here. You can't stand here. You good, brother. You all right.
You good, though. You good, brother.
Shout out.
Oh, you know what else I did yesterday?
What's that?
This was yesterday. About 1 o'clock, I turned on the Laker game. And took a fat nap during the whole game. I was like, what's going to put me to sleep right now? I put the Laker game on, dude, and I put it on mute, and I was just like this, just boom, instantly fell asleep.
Yeah, it's so interesting to me that LeBron's not playing. Well, when LeBron's not playing.
Correction, he quit.
Right, like when LeBron's not playing at this time of the year and he's not sacrificing his body because he's just trying to help his team make it into the play-in to the playoff. When LeBron's not playing, to me, what that is, that's an indication of, hey, guys, I don't think we're going anywhere. I don't want to do further damage to my body. We've still got games coming up, but because of the way San Antonio's winning and because of the way we're losing and because of what the schedule is and because of what the standings are, we're out. And I think LeBron knows that. And I feel like Anthony Davis comes back at the end, even though, by the way, Alex, I don't know if you fell asleep when Anthony Davis in the first quarter had to come out of the game because his foot hurts. Again, it's like, guys, there's one school of thought that is just stop, just shut it down, forget it. It's not happening. And then there's another school of thought that's like, these guys are pros and they should play till the end and they should continue to try, but they're toast. They're done. And this season is going to be over come this Sunday. And there's not going to be a play-in and there's not going to eventually be the playoffs. And the NBA playoffs will go on without the Lakers and without LeBron James. And then there'll be a finals. And chances are we'll as sports fans, we'll be into the finals. But the actual NBA playoffs without the Lakers, it's kind of like when the NCAA tournament loses San Diego State and you're like, I'm not interested anymore. That's kind of the deal.
I'm opposite. Because, so tomorrow the Lakers play the Suns, and I'm going to tune in, A, because I got a podcast after, but B, I haven't seen good basketball all year.
So you want to see the Suns play, huh?
So I want to see, I'll tune in the playoffs. I'm like, oh, wow.
You won't see it then either because Booker not playing, Ayton not playing. Rest.
Nah. Well, they still, and the Lakers still lose by 30. Scott, you're forgetting that the Lakers did shut down their superstar. Austin Reeves did not play the last 2 games.
What was that all about?
Makes no sense to me.
I
don't know how Avery Bradley's getting 30 minutes and you're not playing Austin Reeves. I think Vogel is like, you know what? I need to ensure that I will be done April 14th. Like, I don't want to play. I don't want to coach this team anymore.
Well,
So how can I do that? Well, I can't play THD and I can't play Austin Reeves. I will play Avery Bradley and Trevor Ariza instead.
you know, man, I'll tell you guys, I did not watch the game yesterday. I watched little highlights here and there, like while the game was going on. But I will say that last night I was watching Winning Time. Are you guys now, Browner? I know you're not watching it. Alex, did you watch Winning Time episode 5 last night?
I did.
I think Winning Time is satisfying any sort of fix that I would need for basketball or the Lakers in this case, because I didn't know that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was, and by the way, I know that, the way that Jerry West is depicted, he's not happy about it. Chick Hearn has been presented as a complete jerk. Pat Riley has come off as being ultra passive, at least thus far. Magic, I mean, I'm sure he's not watching it, because if he is, he's like, look at the sex scenes. Please, honey, close your eyes.
They got that wrong. She was the other way.
Took Scott a
okay,
while.
Browner, it took me a second. But I will say, like, the depiction of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I didn't know he was this much of a selfish guy. And I also didn't know, and I'm not sure if this is true or not, that Magic would stand up to Kareem this early in his career. But I thought episode 5 last night was great. Did you like it?
They haven't made a single character they haven't made anyone come off as you first perceive them. The Michael Cooper, they're straight making him look like a dope, like a simpleton. Paul Westhead, like this, just like he just wants attention from Jerry West. Like, and everybody on, like, even Jerry Buss, like, you knew he was this like kind of character, but they just kind of make him seem just kind of like an idiot too, almost like I don't know, like there's the way every character is being portrayed, it has totally shattered of the way. Although Kareem, pretty spot on. I feel like I knew that about Kareem. I knew
was very
that
mean. He was very
yeah.
mean.
I heard Kareem's kind of just like that, like how they portrayed him.
My
And he's
favorite
still
part,
like that.
yeah,
He's
my
aloof.
favorite part though, my favorite part of the whole episode 5 though is when Jerry
Spencer
Buss
Haywood?
is who? No, not Spencer Haywood, although
Spoiler
that's
alert.
interesting too.
Spoiler
That's
alert.
not a spoiler alert, is it?
You didn't say anything. I mean,
Why is Spencer Haywood a spoiler alert?
I'm just letting people know. Spoiler alert in case they haven't seen the show yet.
that's true.
Don't
Spoiler alert.
use spoiler alert anybody, since you're not willing to watch.
What you talking about? I told y'all I'm on the watch. I'm gonna watch it.
I wish you would watch it with us so you could talk about it with us. But here's the thing. My favorite part of this episode is Jerry Buss is trying to explain to this very uptight front office executive female, look, these Laker girls, it's like boring. Okay. They're like Rockettes. It's lame. It's boring. They got to sex it up. And there's this one girl who's dancing in the troupe, and she's really sexy and she's got the moves. And so Jeannie Buss goes out to visit her at like this high school. I think she's coaching cheerleading at this high school. And she tells her, you can be the #1 person. You can be our choreographer. We'll pay you, blah, blah, blah. And the girl's like, okay, I'll do it. Who was that girl, Browner?
Paul Abdul.
You got it, partner.
See,
right.
and I didn't even see the show. I told you I lived this.
Yeah, he did.
I'm
He
deep
did
in
say he
NBA
lived it.
history.
You did say you lived it.
And how else would
So-
I know? I can't remember nobody's name.
So Anthony Davis, though, this is just back to Alex's nap yesterday while the Laker game. When the game is over and they go to the press conference, what does Anthony Davis do? Complains about injuries.
Talks.
What did you say?
He talks
Yeah, he talks.
by himself.
Yeah.
That's always the thing about AD, that he always does his press conferences with LeBron.
Yeah, probably so LeBron can do for AD what Chick Hearn was doing for Pat Riley. Because at one point, Chick Hearn tells Pat Riley, he goes, listen, when I put up the fist, you shut up. Okay, don't say a word. There's a rhythm to how we do this, Patricia. He calls Pat Riley Patricia.
Yeah, calls
He
him a
goes-
lot of things.
Yeah, and he goes, I'll give you the fist and you're going to know when I'm fisting you. This is what the story is. By the way, Spencer Garrett, who plays Chick Hearn, will come back on the
How
show
much
this week.
prosthetics is he wearing
What do you mean?
as the Chick Hearn?
Fake face.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't look like him at all.
Doesn't look like Spencer.
Like Spencer. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of prosthetics on there.
Oh, prosthetic face stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't know what
Right?
you meant. I don't know. To me, I think of it as being makeup. I think of prosthetics
be
as being like, fake arms and fake
Are we
legs. and
doing
stuff.
it? Are we talking about this as a roundabout way to avoid talking about the actual Laker season? Is that what we're doing? That's what we're doing. That's what's happening here. Because I see you, sir. I see you.
All right.
You
Well,
just-
I'll tell you what. Let's talk
I'm
about
not
how
doing
this,
anything, dude.
this
Like,
season is crawling to a
when you
conclusion.
guys are done talking Lakers, I'll talk Nets.
Go, let's. We got some playoff games ahead of us, and our
All right, hold
draft
on.
picks.
All right, hold on one second. Let me just remind everybody, if you're thinking about a brand new car, come on up to Mazda of Escondido, mazdaofescondido.com. See Alan, he's the general manager. He's done a great job at Mazda of Escondido because during COVID, rather than sitting around and not doing anything, they decided to recreate the entire showroom. It's beautiful. It's a great place to come visit, look at brand new cars. If you're going to do some dealing, it's comfortable. It's a beautiful showroom. Now, you're not going there because of the beautiful showroom. You're going there because of all the great cars that Mazda has. Browner keeps mentioning the electric car, the MX-30, which I'm certainly very interested in. I'm driving around in my son's CX-5, which is a great car. I love this vehicle. My daughters have these CX-30s, which are the smaller, sportier. They got every bell and whistle. If you're thinking about affordability, fuel efficiency, reliability, come check out the Mazda products at Mazda of Escondido, mazdaofescondido.com on the Mazda or on the Escondido Auto Park, rather. All right, Browner, you want to talk about the actual Lakers themselves here? We'll hear Anthony Davis and what he had to say. And then Magic Johnson today went on a rip job tour. Magic Johnson just got on ESPN and ripped LeBron James on every show that he could get on. We'll get to that. Stick around. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. This is Kaplan.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
You're listening to the 50,000-watt Powerhouse, bringing you the new generation of radio up and down all of California with a little bit of attitude. This is SoCal Sports Talk, the all-new and mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio.
Rugby. It's America's fastest growing sport and the predecessor of American football, combining football's physicality, the free-flowing grace of soccer, the ball-handling skills of basketball, and the intensity of ice hockey. No pads, no helmets, all action. Rugby Wrap-Up and Major League Rugby every Thursday night at 9 p.m. on Your View.
The 2022 San Diego Loyals season is here. Live on Your View and YourView.com. Watch the San Diego Loyal take on the Oakland Roots SC Wednesday, April 13th at 7 p.m. Support the San Diego Loyal as they make their bid for the 2022 USL Championship. Oakland Roots SC versus the San Diego Loyal, Wednesday at 7 on Your View.
Replacing missing teeth with the new small diameter or mini implants. With us, we have an expert on the topic, Dr. Joe Gillespie. Dr. Gillespie.
Hey, Randy.
Welcome to the program.
Great to see you again.
Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
The San Diego Loyal got the win against the El Paso Locomotive on Sunday, 3-2. Kyle Vassell, Tubi Moshevain, and Thomas Amang all found the net for goals in the win. Vassell got the scoring started in the 21st minute. El Paso responded in the 26th minute, evening it up. Moshevain scored in the 40th minute, while Amang scored in the 64th minute. El Paso applied the pressure, adding one more goal to bring it close in the 87th minute, but the Loyal were able to hold them off. The Loyal have the most goals scored in the USL this season with 10. This is the best start for San Diego in franchise history through 5 games. They remain undefeated at home at 3-0. Next up, the Loyal will take on Albion SC on Wednesday in its first US Open Cup match. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew tonight.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by Your View.
If you're going to count yourself as a fan of this radio station, you'll need to continuously ask yourself one basic question. Am I listening listening. Enough. Pro tip, wives are not a good source for input on this. This is the Mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio.
The 2022 San Diego Loyals season is here. Live on YourView and YourView.com. Watch the San Diego Loyal take on the Oakland Roots SC Wednesday, April 13th at 7 p.m. Support the San Diego Loyal as they make their bid for the 2022 USL Championship. Oakland Roots SC versus the San Diego Loyal, Wednesday at 7 on YourView.
Main streets are the heart of our communities, where we connect with our neighbors, support local businesses, and share new adventures. Main Street Living celebrates all of this, bringing you uplifting stories with guests from across the country and your community. Main Street Living covers what's important to you today, from our street to your street. Join Cheryl, Danielle, and Quincy for Main Street Living, Mondays at 9 on YourView.
Rugby. It's America's fastest growing sport and the predecessor of American football, combining football's physicality, the free-flowing grace of soccer, the ball-handling skills of basketball, and the intensity of ice hockey. No pads, no helmets, all action. Rugby Wrap-Up and Major League Rugby every Thursday night at 9 p.m. on YourView.
Hollander Dental is unique because we have been serving the Carlsbad community for over 25 years. We have a very spacious office with ample parking and state-of-the-art technology. The office has been newly renovated, so all the equipment and facility is brand new. Any patient visiting Hollander Dental can expect to be taken care of at every step of their visit.
With care and love and support. So when we're going through tough times, as dental work is and can be, they make it easy for us as patients.
Investing in your smile and your overall dental health in the long run will help you save money by preventing other medical conditions.
I would absolutely recommend Hollander Dental.
I do recommend Hollander Dental to anyone I know who needs something done.
You always want to live in the best home possible. And that's what really at the heart of what our business is all about. And for over 20 years now, we've been focused on helping people get to the right property. At Move Up San Diego, we have created systems that are duplicatable because that creates the same results. Whether it's a trade-in option that we're doing a lot of right now, which allows people to be a cash buyer before they actually sell their home, or our moving concierge program, which actually helps you not just with the buying and selling of a property, but we help with the entire move. The best way to get a hold of Move Up San Diego is to either visit our website, moveupsandiego.com, or you can download our app called Move Up Homes, or you can call me direct on my cell phone at 858-204-7259.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the Mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and YourView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Victor Howell here, host for the NCAA Tournament Special Dance to the Dome. Each week during the tournament, we'll assemble a panel of regional experts that follow your local teams all the way to the Final Four at the Dome. Highlights, predictions, interviews, and more as we dance to the Dome on YourView.
Brought to you by Airy Church Live at Pechanga Arena, San Diego on Friday, May 6th, 2022. Tickets at access.com. The 2022 San Diego Loyals season is here. Live on YourView and YourView.com. Watch the San Diego Loyal take on the Oakland Roots SC Wednesday, April 13th at 7 p.m. Support the San Diego Loyal as they make their bid for the 2022 USL Championship. Oakland Roots SC versus the San Diego Loyal, Wednesday at 7 on YourView. If you love animals, Animal Zone is for you. From rescues animal experts, Animal Zone is fun for the whole family. Watch Animal Zone right here on your view, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. and visit animalzone.org to learn more about the show.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 a.m. ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
When you're craving great Mexican food.
Wait, sometimes we don't?
Oh, good point. Well, the best place to go is
Valle Luna. Hey, come along and find out why Valle Luna es lo mejor de lo mejor. Today on
Su Vida.